I didn't even know if anybody remembered me anymore, you know. I'm the one that likes dick. I've always liked dick. All kinds of dick. I've had about every kind of dick you can have, and I liked it all. I'm a big fan of dick. Some say I gave up too much for dick. Perhaps I loved too much, you know what I mean?
All right, so we got to talk about Roseanne Barr because she completely bombed on the Kill Tony Once Upon a Time in Texas, which is available now on Netflix if you want to go check it out. There are some okay moments, but the entire special was kind of whatever. But Roseanne Barr was terrible. I can't think of a comedian guest on the Kill Tony panel who has contributed less to the show than she has. Actually, I won't go that far because on the first appearance of Timmy No Breaks in his character, they had David Lucas and Christina Mariani on the panel, and they literally said nothing the entire show. That may have been the worst guest panel of all time. But then again, watching this new Netflix Kill Tony, I kind of wish Roseanne said nothing the entire show. So on the Netflix series Kill Tony Once Upon a Time in Texas, the first 15 minutes of this episode is pretty skippable. And I say that because Roseanne actually does a 3-minute set, and it's bad. And it's ironic because Roseanne does half of her set about dicks, and later on in the episode she tells comedians not to do any dick jokes because she doesn't want to hear it. Not only is that hilarious, but very, very bizarre. It was just hacky. I guess Roseanne wants all the dick jokes to herself. Essentially, Roseanne Barr's entire set was like, go Texas, I moved here, go Trump, we can shoot people, and I like dicks and this dick and that dick. The audience cheers, and Mark Maron kind of has a point. And why is Roseanne dressed like Aunt Jemima?
I was gonna say, that was some brilliant shit that I heard. That was roundabout, convoluted, back, forth, and up and down. That was some poetic, hilarious narrative that I've never heard before. God, you've got a dirty mind. You really do.
I'm sorry. You're saying boom, boom, boom after saying she had it really tight. What am I supposed to think? Sorry.
That's comedian talk.
Yeah, it is.
I would have to say, having had lots of dicks, as I referenced at the beginning of the show, you are absolutely correct about the supremacy of the small dick man. Absolutely. Of course, I don't like you blaming everything on women. That pisses me off and everything.
No, I know.
So that makes me think you're homosexual, and it makes me think that you're hiding things. Well, you did good, though. You're funny. But like I say, try to delve a little bit deeper.
So basically, Roseanne sucked on Kill Tony. And I used to like Roseanne Barr, as pretty much every other American. I grew up watching her show, but she absolutely sucked. And truth be told, anytime she's appeared on the show, I haven't really been impressed, but she was so annoying this time. She had horrible takes on people's sets, got offended by jokes, especially ones about women, telling people not to talk about dicks, when that's literally all she did for her own set. How out of touch can you be? It's comedy, grow up. Every time she talked, I was like, shut the fuck up. At one point, she got booze, which she deserved, and it was just awkward and cringe.
I don't like your joke about penises, and I think it was cockeyed, but I think that you should get some jokes about, that aren't about cocks, especially if you're helping people who are drug addicts and low on the spiritual level, and you're about spiritual shit. So get some jokes about that instead of penis material. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I don't like him talking about cockeyed shit when he's trying to save people and send them to heaven. And I'm right. Fuck off! I'm right. Fuck you all. Fuck you.
Amen.
I'm telling you the truth.
Hail Satan. Roseanne's gonna put a curse on all of you. I'm warning you, you do not boo this queen.
Like, if you're going to get offended by jokes as a guest and jokes that are not even directed at you in any realistic way, the last place you should be is on the Kill Tony panel. I mean, it made her look like a fool and it came off real petty. Roseanne basically shat on a couple people's sets that everyone clearly loved because why? She felt targeted as a female from a joke being told about women? It's like, seriously, grow up. She was completely garbage and the definition of a hacky comedian. And I hate to say it, but she's an extinct dinosaur at this point. I see a lot of people calling her a comedy legend. Yeah, she's not on my top 10 list of all-time stand-up comedians. She doesn't even make the female list. And in this specific Kill Tony episode, every time Roseanne spoke, she has nothing to say. It's like she makes up some random incoherent shit on the spot and just rambles for ages, makes zero sense. And I swear to God, every time Roseanne's been on the panel, the only thing she ever has to say to people is to do the opposite of what they did. Basically, she tells the comedian to be more personable so it's relatable. I mean, you're unbearable at this point, Roseanne. I personally think by far she's the worst guest they have regularly on the show. Like her, Joe Rogan, and Adam Sandler's friends are definitely F tier. Like Rogan could be all right sometimes, especially when he's not zoinked out of his mind. Like he's not a great guest, but he isn't distracting at the least, unlike certain people. And it's like, Tony, come on, stop bringing up comedians from the 80s and stop bringing on comedians in their 80s as well. Roseanne actually came out to massive applause and thank the audience for all the love, only to turn around 2 hours later and then tell them all to fuck off. It was pretty weak shit. You're not funny anymore. And the entire episode was very weird because it was like the panel were like judges on America's Got Talent or something like that. And there were actual moments in the episode where I couldn't believe the whole arena was looking and listening to Roseanne Barr because every time she started talking, it was just a cringe fest. I could go as far as saying Roseanne single-handedly ruined the special. And the strangest part was listening to her give advice to established stand-up comedians like Joe DeRosa, Ari. Like, they don't need to hear your shit, Roseanne. Like telling them that they arrived and they're gonna make it in comedy. Again, it was just so out of touch. Then you got Tony Hinchcliffe over there propping her up, calling her this legend of comedy. It's like, relax, Tony. Jesus. It just might be time for Kill Tony to stop putting Roseanne Barr on the panel. Like, anyone else tired of seeing that old bag ruin the panel with her grandma takes? It's only going to be a huge loss if Tony keeps bringing her dumb ass on. She kept saying, a star is born. And as I mentioned previously, Roseanne Barr opened up the episode with her comedy act, basically saying, cocks, cocks, more cocks, and cocks. Then 30 minutes later, she tells another comedian, no penis jokes, okay? Clean your act up. It's unacceptable. And every time Tony Hinchcliffe says, Roseanne's one of the best female comedians out there, I feel bad for all the female comedians. And truthfully, her set was trash. She sucks. And I've never really heard her say a funny thing on Kill Tony, not even once. I did the cheat code. I automatically skip whenever she's on because she's that insufferable. Does anyone else concur with no more Roseanne on the panel? Let me know in the comments below. And she's such a boomer that is trying to be relatable. Literally the anti-Ron White. Like, Roseanne is damn near incoherent during these things. Like, completely abysmal. Like, she's pickled. Even when she's sober, she's got dementia. And look, I get it. I know she's friends with Joe Rogan. And I think there was a time when Roseanne did stand up a long time ago and she had some okay jokes, but you gotta know when you're washed out and trash. Maybe the most significant thing from her in the last 20 years was Nick Fuentes roasting the shit out of her. Like, you're not funny anymore. You contribute nothing. And it's only hurting the show to have her on. Like, I legit think Roseanne thought she was shocking the world saying the word dick out loud and was waiting for some sort of reaction that never came. And Tony Hinchcliffe is always blinded by any celebrity status, thinking anything they say will be gold. Hinchcliffe cares more about showing off his celebrity friends than producing good content. But let's face it, Tony Hinchcliffe ain't never gonna stop. But it sure was nice for the celebrity nursing home to let a few of their washed up delusional patients out for a shitty Netflix theatrics. So thank them. Anyhow, before you guys go, I want to say thank you so much for watching the videos. I really do appreciate that. And those who are not subscribed, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Also the like and hype buttons, as well as share this video on all of your socials. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next video.